pondered a presidential run before, but this time Donald Trump actually made it official. He's seeking the Republican nomination in 2016. Now the media has to decide whether to treat Trump as a legitimate contender or a wacky sideshow. When Donald Trump officially entered the presidential fray this week, he almost sounded like a regular candidate.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
Except for all the times he didn't.
Are you running? Are you not running? I just sold an apartment for $15 million to somebody from China. I don't need anybody's money. It's nice. I'm really rich.
Which makes it tempting to see Trump the way most of us always have, as a publicity hound using politics to boost his personal brand.
As you know and I know, he's a media bully.
And already a hefty chunk of the media is treating his candidacy as a joke.
This is a campaign that's run on know-nothing xenophobia.
And yet there are plenty of Republicans who like what Trump has to say.
You've created a buzz. Suddenly there's a buzz going in the campaign.
And while other candidates may wish Trump wasn't in the mix, it's not the media's job to pretend he isn't. Or as Trump put it,
I write a book called The Art of the Deal. It's the #1 selling business book of all time. And I got a jerk named Krauthammer or George Will
Mr. Trump,
saying,
let me jump in here for a
he
minute.
doesn't deserve to be in the race.
So welcome, Donald. It's great to have you. Yeah, there were a lot of great political cartoons this week welcoming Donald Trump in the race. I mean, there are a lot of candidates, as you know, John, that don't get a lot of serious attention. He will, because he's going to bully his way into this, and he's got a lot of money, as he says. He's not going to be taking money from a lot of other sources. He will make himself a sideshow, I believe, and therefore he will get some attention.
Well, first of all, I have a question. Is that a mullet? What is that, anyway?
Comb-over mullet.
Yes, God, it's bizarre. Look, he is a clown show, yes, on the substance of it. His money means he can play in the sandbox probably longer than he would otherwise. If he buys $20 million worth of ads in New Hampshire and dumps them on Jeb Bush, then he'll be a factor in the race as far as Jeb Bush's viability goes. But he's no more of a clown show than, say, Rick Santorum or several other candidates who are really just in the race to boost their personal brand and maybe write another book. But I think the media's obligation is to listen to what he says, analyze it, and point out that the guy is just an unbelievable world-class windbag.
Anybody want to top that?
I couldn't possibly top that. I don't know what you do with a candidate like Donald Trump. I have to disagree with John. I think that it's true that that Rick Santorum, to use John's example, has no more chance of getting elected president than Donald Trump. But on the other hand, Santorum is a former U.S. senator. He does understand some things about public policy.
Yeah, and that's what he said when they were running. When he was running against Wolford, wasn't that his name? And he beat him.
Yeah, I mean yeah, exactly. I mean, this guy is just a clown. And I think one of the dangers here, I don't even know as if the media coverage is going to be that much of a danger, because all of the coverage has been mocking. I think the real danger is, Trump is going to be up on that debate stage. He's going to make any cut because his poll numbers will be high enough to get him up there. And that just kind of makes a mockery of the whole process for the Republican nomination.
I think it's incumbent upon journalists to refocus every time he goes off and creates a distraction, whether on the stage or off, back to the issues. I think you just have to keep, I don't care what he says, I don't care if he sets his hair on fire. You have to say, your hair is on fire. By the way, here's the federal debt, and that's what we're talking about. You have got to refocus. If you allow yourself to go over there, you'll start looking and you'll never get away from it. So the coverage should be, and I believe anybody who runs should be covered, but it should be commiserate with what he's saying. And what he's saying, we already know, is going to be crazy. Yeah. So it should be in a little box right here, and go on, and let it be. That's it. Otherwise, you never allow anybody to say anything that's worthwhile.
Right. I'm going to build a wall on the southern border and make Mexico pay for it. Fact checkers have at it. Sorry, Justin.
Yeah. No, I think the simple test here is, what does America know him for best right now? Is it for gaming resorts? No, it's for a reality television show. You treat him like a reality television show star. I'm sorry. There's how many people running now in the Republican primary? There's at least enough to have, like, you know, a World Cup team at least. So, you know, he's going to be vying for time with all these other candidates. We've been down this road before. I have to think that at least the American public knows they've been down this road before. It's not even like Donald Trump is someone like Ralph Nader, who has gone and done campaigns repeatedly and tries to sort of do it to bring up specific issues. Donald Trump runs to bring up himself. Right. Exactly. That is all.